What's up, everybody? We are back and we've got a new one for you. 2002, that Honda we're working on, we're still dealing with, but we picked up another bike today, so let's check this thing out. So what we've got here is a 2006 or 2007, one of the two. I gotta look at the title again. KX250 4-stroke. Gentleman that I got it from, it is not running. He says the motor is seized. So we're gonna have to figure out what's going on with that. But man, you cannot find any bikes these days for cheap anymore, it seems like. So I bought this thing, $1,000 for a non-running bike with a seized motor, and I actually paid a guy another $100 to drive it up here because I didn't feel like driving to him. He was about an hour and a half away. It was worth my time to just pay him to bring it up, which worked out for both of us, it sounds like. So anyway, I did just try and kind of push down on the Kickstarter because a lot of guys don't know, you know, if it's something seized or something simple. But yeah, it's pretty hammered. A lot of oil all over the place. We're gonna have to pressure wash this thing, see what we got going on. Looks like he painted the rims black. He's got those spoke covers on there, the green ones, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. And we'll get those off of there too. And we'll take you through what's going on and see if we can figure out what the problem is here. I'm hoping it's something simple, maybe a top end, maybe more. We'll figure that out and go from there. So pretty hammered though. But this will be the next one, guys. So we're almost done with that Honda 450. I got a couple little things here and there I got to deal with, but this will be the next one up on the lot. And see if we can't clean this thing up. You know how we do it here. Gonna vapor blast probably the motor. May vapor blast those wheels. Just get everything cleaned up and try and make this thing look new and get this thing sold and get it on down the road for the next owner. Get him something he'll be happy with, or her. And we'll go from there. So let's get this thing pressure washed, guys, and then we'll start digging into it. Hey, how's it going, everybody? So just want to give you a little update on Cowie, where we're at. This is where we are at this point. The motor would not spin when I try to turn the crank in its normal rotation. It would go backwards. So there were metal shavings down here in the stator cover. You can still see maybe a couple right there. So anyway, I'm not sure where those are coming from yet, but everything looked good in terms of the head. The cam journals show a little bit of wear. Not sure if we're gonna have to replace the head or not, but piston, everything looked good. The crank bearings seem fine. We don't have any movement there, so that's kind of where we're at right now. So just want to give you guys a quick update, and I just got all the engine mount bolts pulled, and we're about to pull the motor and then open this thing up and see if we can figure out where those metal shavings are coming from. Really quick, that was a flywheel. Some things look off to me on that, so I'm wondering if this thing is falling apart on us. That might be where the shavings were coming from, where the metal is put together, but or pressed together. So we'll see what's going on, but I want to give you a quick update, and we'll resume here once I find some more things and start putting this thing back together once we find the problem. All right guys, so we've taken the right side of the engine off, took out all the clutch, all that, flywheel, all that. So what I found so far, if you can see this seal here, is this, and which is attached to the crank. This thing is just moving around all over the place. So I don't know why this seal would have failed, and because it should still be on the bearing on the right side, but it's moving around a lot. So I have a feeling we're gonna find some other stuff, and the crank, once it gets to a certain spot, stops, will not go any further. So we're gonna split the cases and see what we've got inside. But that was the first thing that we saw in here that I found, and not the best news, but we'll keep on pushing. And also something to kind of indicate, I don't know if you guys can see, but the crank here, you could tell it was rubbing on something, and that was my first indicator that something's going on. But anyway, we'll keep pushing, and we'll see what we find when we split them. All right guys, we are back. So unfortunately, this is what we found. Complete failure of one of the main bearings here. So kind of saw it from the other side before I split the cases. There's the rest of the parts in that fell out after we split them. Not good. Crank itself, obviously we're not going to trust that. We're just going to have to replace everything. We're also going to have to replace this side of the crankcase. If you can see all the scoring in there, and I can't tell how this happened. The main bearing looks like it maybe wasn't pressed in all the way, but maybe it just failed too. So it's pretty bad. So we're gonna have to replace this whole side of the case. We might as well get new bearings and everything for the transmission as well while we're in here. But yeah, this thing is pretty hammered. So anyway, we'll get parts ordered and start putting this thing back together, and we'll go from there. So there it is, guys. Next video probably won't be up on as far as this bike's concerned for a little bit, but until we get parts and I have time to start throwing this thing back together. But there it is, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.